Hello, my friends. How are you? Welcome to 30 Albums for 30 Years, 1964 through 1994. I am your host, Jay Sweet. Today's album is John Mayall's Bluesbreakers with Eric Clapton, released on Decca Records in the UK and, ironically, London Records in the US. It was released on July 22nd, 1966, recorded in May of 1966. Let's get into it. So John Mayall is a multi-instrumentalist from Cheshire, England, primarily known for his vocals, his harmonica, piano, and guitar playing. He was influential in nurturing talented musicians who would shape the musical landscape. He was also critical in his ability to introduce American blues to English audiences. While serving in Korea as part of his national service, Mayall purchased his first electric guitar. And then back in England, he enrolled at Manchester College of Art and started playing with a semi-professional band called the Powerhouse Four. After graduation, he continued to play with local musicians. In 1963, Mayall opted for a full-time musical career and moved to London. In 1962, he became a member of the Blues Syndicate. They restructured their sound after hearing Alex Corner's band, who blended jazz and blues, and then the Blues Syndicate renamed themselves Bluesbreakers in 1963 with a lineup that included future Fleetwood Mac bassist John McVie. In 1964, the band backed American blues legend John Lee Hooker during his European tour. Then Mayall was offered a recording contract by Decca Records, and he did record a live album that failed to gain much attention. In April 1965, former Yardbirds guitarist Eric Clapton joined the band, leading to greater interest in the group for some time. In '65, Clapton's future partner in Cream, Jack Bruce, took over bass duties from John McVie, which was a temporary switch, and Peter Green, later of Fleetwood Mac fame, replaced Clapton when he left the group for a tour. But then Clapton returned and recorded this album, John Mayall, Bluesbreakers with Eric Clapton. Okay, so about the album. So in May of 1966, the album John Mayall, Bluesbreakers with Eric Clapton was being recorded with a lineup of John Mayall on vocals, piano, organ, harmonica, Eric Clapton guitar and some vocals, John McVie bass guitar, and Huey Flint on drums. So they went to a Decca recording studio in London for what would become the recordings for the record. The album is often called the Beano album by fans because of its cover photograph showing Clapton reading the British children's comic The Beano. The record consists of blues standards and a few originals penned by Mayall and Clapton. Most tracks serve as a showcase for Eric Clapton's guitar playing. And while the album did not feature a signature single, it is an incredibly well-balanced blues album and was well received by fans and enthusiasts. In fact, it charted number 6 in the UK and reached gold record status there. So following this release, Eric Clapton, the ultimate journeyman, departed from the Bluesbreakers to form Cream. With Clapton's sudden departure, the band, of course, underwent changes, welcoming a succession of skilled guitarists who each left their imprint on the group's sound. After Clapton, it was Peter Green, later of Fleetwood Mac, who would fill that void. And although his time was also brief, it was impactful, with his emotive style contributing significantly to the band's overall reputation as a hub for a training ground for exceptional guitarists. Subsequently, Mick Taylor took up the mantle, and fusing the band with his distinct blend of blues and rock influences, Taylor's stint also short-lived because he caught the eye of the Rolling Stones and joined them as a lead guitarist in 1969. And then the cycle of guitarists continued with talents such as Harvey Mandel and Larry Taylor, each leaving their mark on the band's sound. Now, despite lineup changes, John Mayall remained dominant in the blues scene, releasing several critically acclaimed albums throughout the 1960s and beyond. So in essence, John Mayall's Bluesbreakers legacy transcends any single lineup. It served as a springboard for some of the most influential musicians in rock and blues history, and Mayall has left an enduring impact on the genre. All right, my friends, I want to thank you for listening. Please subscribe and please check out my other podcast called The Jazz Real Book. Until next time, please let's keep this wonderful music alive. Have a wonderful day and peace.